So today we're in my kitchen. Yes, I know, I don't think I've ever brought you here, but we're in my kitchen. I'm gonna show you how to make oh my god, nanyongo na nini. I'm gonna show you how to make clove tea. So later on I'm going to show you all the benefits, why I'm using it. I've now been using it for about 4 months and I can swear by clove tea. It smells amazing. This is how it looks like. I buy my cloves from Naiva's food market, but you can buy it from any store that sells spices. They probably have cloves. What is also good is they're not really expensive. At Naiva's they're not really expensive. I think this one cost me less than 500. Definitely less than 500, because I think because they charge per 100 grams and it was, I think, less than 100 bob for a gram, so less than 500 for this one. So what we're going to do now is simply turn on the heat. Obviously turn on the heat. What I do is the different ways of making it, but I'm just showing you how I do it. So this is my jug of water, fresh water. So I drink this for the whole week. So this is how I measure it. Just pour it in like that. And then here is where, like, you just need to customize it the best way you want to. Personally, I don't like it strong. Yeah, that's me. I don't like it strong because I gag. It gags. You like choke on it. And to be honest, I'd rather just choke on one thing. So I take 2 to 3, depending on how strong I want it. So this is 1. That is 2 full ones. And maybe for next week I want it slightly strong. So I'm gonna put 2.5. 2.5, just like that. You can mix it or not, it doesn't really matter. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna cover it. Cover it like that, and I will see you soon. So now I want to show you how I normally steam my face. My kitchen now smells amazing. The cloves make your the space smell amazing, but the other good thing about it is I use it to steam my face when I'm doing my facial. So for today I already have my makeup on, so of course I'm not gonna do the actual steaming of my face, but I just want to show you how, like, give you an idea of what I usually do. So after the scrubbing and everything, on Sundays is when I make my clove tea. So after the scrubbing and everything, that's when I put it on, and then when the clove is boiling and the steam is coming out, I simply just come here and steam my face. I'm not sure if the camera is really catching the amount of steam that's coming out, but it's really a lot of steam, and that's the good thing about having a pot like this one, because it has a small hole that lets out the steam, and that's the steam that you use for your face. Okay, now I'm shining because there's so much steam coming out and it's already kind of burning my face. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you, and then I will see you later on after it's already cooled and it's already in the jug. Hey, so as you can see, here is my tea. I did not sieve the cloves. Cloves is actually karafuu in Swahili. Carrefour. Okay, yeah. So I did not sieve the cloves, and the reason is, let me put it down. It's a bit heavy. And the reason for that is the more you let it in, the more it infuses. So for me, for example, when it gets to about Thursday, Friday, when I've drunk most of it, it means the last glasses are very strong, or they're very conk. So what I normally do is I just mix it with water, with like some warm water, just to make it less strong, because like I said, for me it gets very it has a very strong taste, and you're supposed to drink it in the morning, so I prefer it to be a bit light. So how I drink it, the rule is you drink it on an empty stomach every day in the morning. If you don't want to drink it every day, then drink it at least a week to your period or a few days before your period, and then you'll start seeing the benefits. The most important advice is do not drink it hot. You know, like the moment you've just boiled it, don't drink it because it's bitter. I'm telling you, it is really, really bitter. I have not tried it myself, but the ladies in the group, that's what they recommended, and I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm not gonna do it. So I took like a small spoon to just taste it, and yes, you can try it for yourself. It's really bitter. That's why it's a must to let it cool off completely, then you can drink. Also, this is not the only way that you can make this drink. There are other ladies in our WhatsApp, the Grace Cup WhatsApp group, that they don't do the boiling thing. So they just put just cold water, and then they just soak the cloves in it, and they keep it in the fridge, and then they drink it like in the morning. That's also another way of doing it. Personally, I like boiling because I feel like it really infuses everything and all the flavors, and also the fact that I'm not sieving the cloves. I'm not sieving the cloves, it means I'm getting the extra benefits. So what changes have I noticed? Before I started with the cloves, maybe at the beginning of the year, I kept getting like recurrent infections, like UTIs, BV, such small infections, and it would happen every few days after my period. So I never really understood what it was. So I went and visited a gynecologist, and she gave me this. It's called Canditrol. It's called Canditrol. So there are pills that you take one every month. So immediately after your period, you take it. So what the doctor said is sometimes not really the products that you're using, sometimes just the imbalance that you get within your vagina. So when you're having your period, there's an imbalance. Sometimes it causes an imbalance of the good and the bad bacteria. So because of that deficit, you end up getting infections. So she gave me those pills to kind of balance back the fauna and the flora of my system, but then at the same time I started with my tea as well. So I cannot 100% credit the tea for the lack of infections, but what I can say for sure is the ladies in the Grace Cup group that have tried the cloves tea say the same thing. They say the same thing. They do not get infections at all. For me as well, the pills or the medication was just a disclaimer because I cannot say for certain that it was only the tea that caused it or that prevented the infections from happening, but for sure it helped. That I know for a fact. Also, I've been talking to a few ladies on my Instagram DM, and some of them that use the cloves say the same thing. So I can really say, as much as the pills helped in a way, the medication, I think a big or a huge chunk of it was because of the tea. I also find that my skin is getting better. I don't know, well, it wasn't really bad to begin with, but better is always nicer. But I feel like since I started taking the tea, it could also just be all in my head, but I just feel like since I started taking the tea, my skin, not just my face, but like my whole body, I feel my skin is more supple, it's more glowing. It could be for other things, or it could be the tea. You never know. The other thing that is definitely directed to the tea is digestion. I find that in the morning when I'm taking the tea, usually I do it when I'm seated on the toilet. I'll just be honest. I do it while I'm seated on the toilet, I'm on my phone, and I find that everything just goes out really, really nice and fast and easier because I have IBS. For those who don't know, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. So layman's language, I'd say I have a lazy colon. So it doesn't work as effective as, say, you, for example, assuming you don't have any issues. So my system does not work as fast. So I find that with cloves tea, I find that the movement is very, very fast. Not like in a diarrhea kind of way, but in a more, how can I put it? In a more regular kind of way. The way a regular person would go for number 2 is the same way that I find happens for me because of the IBS. And the final one that I did not experience, but tons of other women have experienced it. So in conclusion, I think I would say it's the truth. But women that experience cramps, period cramps when you're having menstruation, since I moved to reusable products, I don't really cramp. And especially with the cup, cramps are really unheard of for me. But the women that used to cramp, they swear by this tea. They swear by the cloves tea. If you don't want to cramp, please try it. I'm not saying that it's a guarantee that it's going to work, but it's definitely a good option. It's definitely something that you need to try out. I feel that the tea is really, really good for women that have cramps. How it helps, I don't know exactly, but again, drink it a week or a few days before your period, or if you can, drink it every day. I do it. I drink it every morning, but you can also drink it just a few days or a week to your period and start noticing the changes. For me, I've done this tea for about 4 months now, so the reviews that I'm giving you is from repeated use of it. So I didn't just use it once and now I'm here reviewing it. I've done it for a few months, and I would definitely 100% say that every house with a menstruating woman needs to have cloves. You need to drink this cloves tea, and you only need just 1 glass. 1 glass, empty stomach in the morning, and that's it. So thank you so much for hanging out. I hope I will see you very soon. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. If you use the tea yourself, I would really love to hear your comments and to really hear what your experiences are with the tea. And I will see you next week. Okay? Bye.